What big ones? USC?
Nah, USC.
The Joel Chilele game.
Syracuse.
Pitt's a big game, right?
They're very good. Pitt is very good.
USC loses 2 games and that game's done.
But they're not going to. People are saying USC not being treated with enough respect.
I bet their schedule is much tougher than this if we look at their side of it in the Big Ten.
AJ, to what you said there about them getting in, that is exactly what Tone said as well. If they win all these games on primetime television, everybody sees it, it's going to be hard at the end of the year to be like, to win a fight. But there's going to be too many people fighting for the Irish Catholics, I would assume.
Yes.
But they need a lot of these teams to win games.
They got to score 40 once before they can do it twice.
Yeah.
That's what they got to do, though, Coach. That's what they got to do.
Carrying Notre Dame's water.
Tone, is that what you're saying? Tone was carrying it?
What are you saying? We're saying no way they get in.
You're saying that.
Tone's saying they're, yeah, Tone, you're saying they're in, huh?
I mean, it's the exact same as last year. So I don't know what they made it last year, right? Am I wrong?
Who were the 2 last year they lost to?
They only lost to Northern Illinois. So yes, 1 loss versus 2. But I think a loss to Miami and A&M is better than 1 loss to Northern Illinois.
Depending upon how Miami and Texas A&M end up.
Let's say Miami 1 loss or undefeated, which is definitely doable, and then A&M's got 3.
I like Texas A&M's team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I thought everybody was going to pick them over Notre Dame. I don't know if I told a story on the show or not. I walk in the production room and give picks. And I'm like, Texas A&M over Notre Dame. Is everybody picking that? I'm like, nobody's picking that. All right. Okay. Wait a minute. Nobody? This is yeah, nobody. Like, holy fuck. Georgia Tech over Clemson? Everybody's feeling this way? Nope. Oh fuck. Obviously, West Virginia over Pitt. There's a couple people that Coach Saban's got to be pulling for West Virginia. No, he's picking Pitt too. What? Everybody's fucking picking. Holy shit. Boy, it would have been nice if Tennessee wins that game.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Because they posted this, said, hey, he went lone wolf multiple times and actually got it right. And then the comments immediately were just, who's that coming down the track? Oh, what did he say about the Tennessee-Georgia game? What did he pick? Did he pick the Bulldogs? Did he pick Georgia to beat Tennessee? No, he picked Tennessee. Fuck him. That's what everybody said. And they're right. They're 100% right. We got to make that kid. We can't.
Oh, boy. I felt so bad for that kid.
Heupel, 5-yard penalty. 7 seconds left. Just kick it at 7 seconds. What are we doing? What? Heupel will learn, obviously, from that situation going forward. But if you go out to run a play with 7 seconds, I guess to get it down below 5 seconds, so it's definitely the last play of the game or whatever, so you have a walk-off, I get it. But if a penalty happens, I think you got to commit to the bit there. I think you got to throw that fucker out of bounds. I think you got to get the bad juju from the penalty away from the field goal kicking operation right there, personally.
Yeah, just take the ball, throw it out of bounds, kill 4 seconds.
Boom. Then get the kicker to come out.
You don't throw it to anybody, just throw it out of bounds.
Yeah, because it's not after a penalty. A penalty backing up is the worst thing that can happen for a kicker. Ball moving further away. You got a harder shot. So I think you just need to separate that from, even if a nothing play, I think you just need to separate from the vibes. But nonetheless, make the kick and they win. Tennessee's still very good at football this year. That was a fun game to watch. That was an electrifying game. And that kicker bounced back in overtime and hit St. Kitts. Proud of him for doing that. But that was a great game that I thought Tennessee was going to win. And inevitably, Kirby Smart still got the dogs down there in Georgia.
Pretty crazy. It happened to Sagapolatelli's team in Cal. They were playing the Gophers, Minnesota, and they were in like a dogfight. It was 0-0 or 7-0 with like a minute left, and Minnesota scores. And Cal trying to score right before the half. They go all the way down. There's 7 seconds on the clock, and they just run a 5-yard out, get a little extra room, and then they make a field goal like barely by doing that. And it's like that situation happened on I want to say it was Friday night, not Saturday night, but it might have been Saturday. But just thinking of that, and then not happening on
Tennessee
the biggest in the biggest game, you would think.
Yeah, but you gotta remember all that's happening so quick. All that shit's happening so quick. It is like very much in the moment. You don't expect somebody to false start. Like, hey, there's 7 seconds left, bro. Let's not fucking. What are we doing here?
Fucking Georgia Tech. We didn't even talk about that. Their fire drill.
One of the best.
Them running out to beat Clemson.
Perfect execution. Yeah. Georgia Tech, by the way, I love what they are cooking out there. Yeah, 23 seconds at this time, third and fourth quarter. You got no timeouts. No, you got to run a NASCAR situation. Fire drill is whenever there's a bad snap. NASCAR here. Going to have full time to take steps probably. Yep, takes a little 3 steps back. Going to be a big one here, brother. To beat Clemson in front of your crowd. 55 yards, snap, hold. Give me that. What a kick. What a win. What a game for Georgia Tech. And I would like to let the world know, or reiterate what I said on Saturday. Haynes King doing that interview with us while he was spinning it in the middle of his warm-ups, keeping his train of thought while also communicating with wide receivers on what routes to run and the person getting him the ball. This guy, this is a Sunday guy.
Yeah.
That felt like a Sunday guy whenever I was watching that. And I literally was picking Clemson. And then we did that interview. And immediately afterwards, I'm like, I'm betting on that guy right there to beat them. I like the cut of his jib. I like what Georgia Tech has become down there.
Coach Key's done a hell of a job. And, man, just go back to that Georgia game last year. What, 6 overtimes, whatever it was?
Yeah.
That was almost to get the program changer. I think this game's the program changer for Tech.
I think him coming in on game day and having that interview made me this is awesome. I mean, he was just so casual.
I love when you guys do this. One of
Yeah.
my favorite parts of the entire show.
Yeah, but usually it's ass.
Right.
You know, usually.
Well, the
I-
Tech was really good for this one.
Yeah, because usually there's a delay, or usually people are a little bit too intense or locked in, and it's kind of like going around. I'm not saying ass, like it's a good conversation, but it does feel like very forced. It's very like it's not smooth. The way he was just going through his drills, it didn't feel like we were impeding on his pregame, which sometimes it feels like
Still
when
locked in,
we're talking to people. It's like, oh, he's still getting his work done, still getting warm, and also, how fucking confident is this guy? And this is game day against Clemson.
Yeah.
This is huge game for him,
Yeah.
and he's just locked in.
That close. 103,000.
Yeah, it was like Billy Napier when you
I
did.
know. Did he almost hit that?
It looked close.
I couldn't see it. The TV we were looking at was real small, so I was waiting for a reaction from others, and everybody went, "Whoa!" And I was like, "Is that a hit or not a hit?" And
I was
then
waiting to hear it, but it looked like it was close.
Haynes King definitely was
Yeah.
close.
Yeah. He probably nicked it.
All right, let's take a break. On the other side, we'll wrap up all the stories we haven't covered, and we'll celebrate BA a little bit
Oh, yeah.
in his brain. All right, be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change your life. Take 5.
Bye.